Hello, you're welcome back. We are still talking teen minds. What are they thinking? What are on their thoughts? What you should know as a parent, you should know per time what it is that your children are thinking as much as possible. Maybe not all of it. At least you should have them trust you to be able to come to you. That's another aspect that reminds me communication. The lack of communication between parents and teen. Why do you think? What is the cause of that? Why should there be a break in communication between parents and their teen children?
Parents are very impatient. They don't have the time to listen. They are too busy. So if parents can create time and be willing to listen, that will be one. The number two, they don't allow the things to fully express themselves so that you now know how to come in as an adult to help. So maybe if at the process at this early stage where the teen is still just talking,
and snap,
the parents will just jump in, shout the person down, particularly if it is a little bit negative, and they will just no, you can't try that. Hand them over instructions, command, and bullying.
I used to be guilty of that, but I know better anyway.
So it's not correct. We should patiently whatever. That's why you see some parents who always interact with their teens. When their teens want to talk to them, they say, "Mommy, promise me you will not shout."
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
They want to secure
True.
them. Then number two, they want somebody they can confide in. The thing they tell you, can you keep it between two of you? So once teens find that their parents are this type of persons, they won't shout, they won't scream. They won't just be dishing out orders. You can't try it, I'll kill you. I will disown you.
Right.
You will not be my child. No, if the parents can.
And this is why they go to outsiders to trust them, to that uncle, to that auntie, to that help.
Yeah.
Because they feel when they go to their parents will like shut them down and threaten them, fire and brimstone and all that.
And there are some things they will be telling you as a father they won't like their mother to hear.
Exactly. Yes. Or as a mother they won't want their father to hear.
So you should do them that favor. Then if you must tell your father, your husband or your wife, you must have to secure their permission. Tell them this is the reason why daddy need to hear.
Because they will call you a snitch.
Yes. Talk this, explain. Once you explain and they agree with you, you can go ahead. You have their consent, you have their approval, so it won't be a problem. But they just discuss
something. It should be like a betrayal of trust when you do that. When they say don't tell daddy, even daddy or mommy, don't tell.
And you now go and blow it up. They will come to you again. They want somebody they will confide in and you keep it.
Exactly.
So that's why you have this problem.
Yes. Many parents don't think that their children have rights. He said it. They need to trust you. Children need to trust someone they are giving any information to.
Right.
They want you to listen to them with genuity.
Yes, that is a word.
They want you to listen to them without judgment.
Without being judgmental.
Yes. They want you to listen to whatever they are telling you and provide solution, and not to escalate it. That's what they are telling you. I can assure you, once you do all this, a child will always talk to you.
Exactly.
You need to allow the child express his or her own feeling. Let's know what is wrong with you and at what time. Let's know. Let's be part of your life. That's what parents should ask children. And I can assure you, once there is genuity, their children will always talk to them.
Yeah.
Look, another aspect I want us to look at is a situation whereby parents like financially come crashing. Okay, and at times it makes the children drop out of school, and even to the extent that these teen children, because our focus is on the teenagers, okay, to the extent that they become they are the ones that now go out to like try to
get something to help the family.
Feed. Yes, exactly. Then there are times also maybe the parent might either lost to death or sickness in one way or the other. Then the child will now pick up responsibility, and that teen is still a child that will now pick up the responsibility of catering for the home. As a girl, what will she possibly do? As a boy, what will he possibly do? Recently, there was a story I saw on social media of a 16-year-old boy going to do money ritual. He went with his friend to see whoever that does the money ritual. It is in the process, their age. The boy said he was 17 and his friend was 18. I think from the man's narration, he said eventually he found out the boy was 14. A 14-year-old boy thinking of money ritual. For what? He wants to ride cars. He wants to be rich. He wants to be wealthy. When that's the age, but that at that age, he ought to have known. You are a psychologist, Mr. Jandi.
Yes.
At 14 years, 14, 16 years, between 14 and 16, what should 18, whether a boy or a girl, be what should be on their mind, what should be on their thoughts?
At that level, if a child that is growing with his or our parents, it's expected that he should be in school at that
He should be in school. That's my point.
Yes, and at the home front, the parents should equip such a child with many skills, one of which is resilience. How to bounce back in an adversity.
Right.
How would you rise up when all hope is gone? They need to equip their children with coping skills in time of stress, financial stress, whatever stress, how they can cope, positive coping skills. They need to teach children how to do social support. They have to first serve as a social support to such children. Where we are there for you. Whatever that happens to you, you are our children. You are a child. We will accept you and we will deal with the issues.
Building their self-confidence.
Yes, confidence, assertiveness, self-esteem. That's the level where children build all of those things. Failure to successfully deal with it will become a burden. The family bear the brunt, the society bear the brunt.
The society.
They become a burden wherever they go to. They've lost it, and at that point, they find themselves coping using negative coping skills like substance abuse, criminality, or any sort of crime that the society frown at. That's why you find such children indulge in at that level. So when children miss it, which is mostly should be from the parents, that's what happened at that level.
So you want to add to that?
One of the greatest danger that the children face at this critical time, when they have this problem or they are struggling, peer pressure. They want to do what their friends are doing. Particularly if their friends are not doing what is correct and they feel their parents are making it. They want to find out what their parents are doing and do it so that they can be able to be like their friends and maybe help. Then also, parents should be able to teach children to be satisfied.
Content.
Yes, to be content with whatever they have. My girls used to say, whatever my father cannot give me, I don't need it.
Right.
You must bring the children to that point. Tell them, this is what I can provide. Anything I cannot provide for you, I don't need it. Just tell them with love and assurance. And tell them, it's a matter of time. I will get to a point I will be able to provide. Just trust me and follow me. We need to convince them so that they will not be involved in issues like that. It's just because we didn't do our work. Everything boils down that we didn't do our work correctly, early enough. So they will look at friends and think that is the way to live. And at that critical time, either a loss of father, loss of mother, or the finances of the family crash, so they will just quickly be tending towards crime. That is very dangerous.
It was heartbreaking for me when I saw that video. I said, somebody's child, 14-year-old boy.
That's what is
thinking, having such
thoughts.
I didn't even finish the story. The person, the wealth, the witch doctor, whatever he is, asked him, okay, money ritual, you want to get rich quick. Do you know what it entails? It needs life. Who do you have to bring? He said somebody in another state. And he said, no, that's too far. You have to have someone close. He said, oh, my friend is here, I will use him. His friend that accompanied him. Right there and there. The man said, your friend, are you sure? He said, yes. He said, okay, I'm going to give you the knife. You'll be the one to do the killing. Can you do it? He gave him the knife. He held it. This boy jumped up. Like he went hiding behind
Got it.
yes, the witch doctor, so that his friend will not starve him. So that was when, I think that from there, that was when the witch doctor decided to record and started telling parents.
Wow.
Yeah, that was why I saw it. He said, parents, watch. 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds, see them, morning ritual.
Wow.
Be careful who your child hangs out with.
Exactly.
Know who their friends are. When they are going out, as much as possible, know where they are going. A lot of children go out, they don't come back.
Yeah.
The next
Parents
thing,
don't
missing persons. The next thing, probably some of them, they find their bodies. Others they never see at all. A lot is going on and happening. So really, I think it's a period when parents should not be lazy. They should not be careless. It's a period when, they should really try and keep an eye
On their children.
on their children.
Then at the critical time.
Very critical. Very, very, very critical. Okay, as we round up now, I want you to give a counsel to parents that for whatever reason they have missed it, and already they are beginning to see their teen children go out in the streets and begin to do unimaginable things. You have said something about that before. You've said something to the parents and to the teenager that is out there, that is listening, that's on his own. Probably he feels his parents have disappointed him. He wasn't properly taught, whether a boy, a male or a female, or he feels due to what is happening around us, the insecurity, that the country has failed. So your counsel to them.
For parents, I will encourage you to know that the greatest assets you have is your children.
True.
If you own the whole world, if your children are not properly raised, I'm telling you, you have nothing. And when they are not raised properly, you will be the one to suffer it. Parents, I would like you to know that your children are pillars. You are the building. You are the roof. When the pillars are not strong, the roof will cave in.
Right.
And that is exactly what happens when our children are not proper. So please create time. Sit with them. Pay the ultimate price of giving them wise counsel at the right time when they need it. If you do that, you will save yourself too much trouble.
Sure.
When you are old and when they are also old. I can give you practical example. I have 4 teens. I am sleeping well. And they're all girls. I'm sleeping well.
Wow.
I'm not just talking because they asked me to come and talk. I'm sleeping well because I have taken them through processes of life when they were small. Sometimes I tell them, they say, Daddy, you were so hard on us when we were small. I say, it's not good for you now. You're enjoying it. You're enjoying it. I am enjoying it. That's one. Therefore, teenagers, I want you to know that you are the light of your generation.
Right.
If you must help anybody, you must first of all help yourself. If you don't help yourself, definitely you cannot help anyone.
True.
Know this, as I round up, I always tell my children, when you commit crime and misbehave, 80% of the pains is on you. Your mother and your sibling will share the other 20%. Always know that your stupidity, whatever you refuse to learn now or to do now that is correct, the trouble, the pains, the 80% comes on your head.
Sure.
Think of it.
Thank you very much.
Teenage boys and girls, I want them to understand that transitional stage is a very important stage in the life of every man or woman, and that's a very self-destructive age as well, where you are faced
self-destructive age.
Exactly.
True.
Where you are faced with a lot of conflict. You're trying to understand your role in the society. You're trying to understand your personality. What you call social networking and peer pressure are very destructive.
True.
Because that determines your future.
True.
If you can successfully come out of this stage, your
you
future is guaranteed.
Exactly.
But if you are stuck, you will remain there and begin to blame yourself. For the parents, I want them to understand that children will always be children. They should allow them pass through every developmental stage as it should be. They should teach the children how to say no to peer pressure. They should equip their children with skills to handle adversity. They should give them skills to be able to cope with stress and situation, because there's no life that is stress-free.
Yeah.
They should teach them about positive thinking. They should teach them about resilience, and they should be their primary support system and teach them rather than make social networking for negative gains.
Right.
They should use it for their own advantage to be people that will stand for them.
True.
Any time of the day.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you have said, we have spoken well, and parents, you have heard it all. Teach your children what is good, what is bad. Teach them wrong and right. If you don't teach them, other people will teach them for you.
Definitely.
And they will teach them most times negatively, and they will follow that path. And like they have said, the children, you children, teenagers that are watching, you will suffer is the most. And of course, there's no parent that is a parent, a true parent, that will see their child suffering and be happy.
Yeah.
Or would see their child in pains and neglect and say, no, it's not, it's hard. Even the lady you said, let God kill him. It's out of pain and frustration.
Yeah.
She said that out of frustration, not because she meant it.
Yeah.
So please, let's keep an eye on our children. Let's not turn our back on them. So we are drawing the curtain here this afternoon. Evangelist, I want to say a very big thank you. I know you came out of, I know you have another meeting you are rushing to.
Serious.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so very much. Mr. Jande, thank you for always coming to our aid each time we call you.
Thank you.
Remember, our viewers, that you can follow all our social media handles at Pure Heart Family. We're signing out here right now. My name is Elizabeth Samsedi. I'll come your way again for another interesting topic. Bye for now.